Today I've come down to Glossop's indoor market to meet a very special lady. This is Ghislaine Howard, who is described as a painter of powerful and expressive means. Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
We've just been looking at some of your paintings on the wall here, which are displayed inside the indoor market hall. These look brilliant.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, it's been very thrilling for me because I live just across the way in the old Tripe Works in Glossop, and to actually have some of my studios there, and to have paintings on the wall in the place you live, among the community that you're part of, is really special.
When I look at your paintings, Ghislaine, every picture tells a unique story. And I could imagine, for me and a lot of other people looking at these paintings, when you look at them, you can feel yourself there in the picture.
Well, that's lovely to hear, because it's very much what is at the heart of my work, is about shared human experience, about gestures, about how we move, how we express ourselves, how we relate to other people. And some of the paintings here are very specific to Glossop. From our kitchen window, I can see people walking down the street and across the car park. And, I'm really struck by just how people hold themselves. Somebody who looks tired or who's carrying heavy shopping. It's just...
It's the kind of images that you don't always see on a picture.
No, you don't. You don't really, because they're kind of just caught moments, unguarded moments. Very often a large painting will be very constructed and very worked on, but these are they're attempting to catch very quickly just a way of moving, a way of being, and with a sort of certain speed, really.
You've spent all your life painting, haven't you, from a very, very early age?
Yeah, from being a very young child. And I suppose what really started it off, I was always drawing, and my dad had been an actor, and he used to come back with used scripts, and the back of them was blank, and I used to draw all over them, people, somebody pushing a pram, dogs, whatever, as a small child. But a key moment for me was when my dad was reading a book, and on the back of it was a black and white drawing of an old man with his head in his hands. And it really touched something in me, and I was about 5, I think, and it made me cry. And I asked my dad about it, and he said, it's by Van Gogh, and Van Gogh's an artist who paints about feeling. And I remember very clearly thinking, that's what I want to do. So whenever I showed a drawing that I'd done to my parents or whoever, I'd say, has it got feeling? And that sort of projects forward to, years ago after I'd left university and I was pregnant for the first time, and realised that this was a sort of universal experience, and started to make paintings of myself as I changed. And my mum came into the studio with a friend of hers, and the friend said, I know exactly how that feels. And I remember thinking, that's it, So my subject matter comes from my own personal experience, my own experience of life, and then extends out to the more public sphere of people that, like these people walking, people in hospitals, old people, the way people are, the way people move.
It's certainly capturing the moment, and looking at some of the pictures on the wall here, you've got people walking, you've got people pushing a door open, you've got people carrying things as they're walking. These are everyday things that people do.
Yeah, they're just they're kind of caught unguarded moments, I suppose. They're not people posing, they're not people knowing, the walking figures have been seen from my kitchen window, just people passing by, and I've made drawings, and then some of them have turned into the paintings you see here.
So if we see anybody walking past and you look up and you see Ghislaine there at the window, she's...
While I'm waiting for the kettle to boil.
When you look at the likes of, for example, L.S. Lowry, every picture there tells a unique story, and you can visualise yourself in the picture, can't you?
Yeah, I think with Lowry, you do situate yourself. It's almost you're across the road from what is happening, and paintings. You bring something to a painting. A painting is there, and you can inhabit it. But you need to give it time.
We're here inside the new indoor market, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's great to see the building back to life, isn't it?
Well, it's fabulous. It's really fabulous. It's become such a focus now in Glossop. And it's very exciting to think that the gallery is going to open upstairs. And partly what's been lovely is putting these works up is anticipating the new gallery that's going to open, Four Corners Art, which I'm going to be having work exhibited in, which will be very exciting.
We haven't got a date yet, but it's going to be very, very soon. Hopefully this will be open so people can enjoy and see your paintings. You've got a gallery, which is your art gallery, a couple of streets away. I bet you've got a fair bit of stock, haven't you?
My studio, yes. Because a lot of the work I do is very large work and has been done for major exhibitions or cathedrals or whatever. I've worked with Amnesty International and various organisations, and so that works like that go out to be exhibited and then come back before they go out again.
It really is fascinating, and it's a lovely time to see these in the summer months when it's all on display here inside the market hall. We really look forward to seeing them, Ghislaine.
Thank you very much.